statue. Stop. Welcome. I am Sridevi, and today we all are going to have so much fun doing, you know what? Do you know what I'm going to do? I am going to tell you. What am I going to tell you? A story about roly-poly caterpillar went through the grass one day. Roly, you all have to sing with me, okay? Don't unmute, but sing with me together. Roly-poly caterpillar went through the grass one day. And then, as it went through the grass, it suddenly realized, I am green, and the grass is also green. No one can see me. Yay! And then it felt very sad. It was so sad. And it was singing, roly-poly caterpillar went through the grass one day. And as it was crying, it was very upset. Suddenly, someone comes. And who comes? A ladybird comes. And the ladybird comes and says, move, move, move. I can't even see you. You're as green as the grass. I can't see you. Move out. And the caterpillar says, I know. I am so sad because I cannot be seen. And the ladybird says, yes, true. You're so ugly. How ugly can you be? Look at me. I am so pretty with a red coat and black polka dots. I am so pretty. Move out. I don't want to be your friend. And then the ladybird goes away. And then roly-poly caterpillar went through the grass one day. It was so sad. And as it is crying and feeling sad, slowly someone comes. Can you tell me who comes very slowly? Who can guess? Someone comes very slowly. And then this person comes and says, Roly-Poly, what happened to you? Why are you crying? And then Roly-Poly says, do you know what happened to me? I am so green and the grass is also green. I'm so sad. And the snail says, why? Look at me. I carry such a heavy burden of my own house and I'm so slow. But for you, you can roll over so fast. So you're better than me. Don't cry. Okay? And then the snail slowly goes away. After the snail goes, the caterpillar says, no, I don't want to be fast. I want to be colorful. I want to have colors on myself. I don't want to be green. I am green and the grass is also green. Roly-poly caterpillar went through the grass one day. All of you have to sing with me. As it is crying. Shh. Be quiet. Don't make noise. As the snake comes, the snake says, why are you crying? Be quiet. And it says, I'm so green. The snake says, so what? I'm brown, I'm yellow, I don't care. And the snake goes away. Now, when the snake goes away, the caterpillar still is very upset. It says, I want to have colors. Look at so many pretty, pretty colors. I couldn't have a color. Why not? Roly-poly caterpillar went through the grass one day. As it is crying, suddenly, move, 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 move. It says, why are you crying? Move away. I have to go somewhere. I'm very busy. I'm the busy bee. And then it says, look at me. I'm so green. He says, so what? I don't care. You move. And then the caterpillar looks at the bee and says, look at the silver wings. Even the bee has silver wings, but I do not have any wings. I am so green, and the grass is also green. And it is crying and crying and crying. And as it cries, it wants comfort. When we cry, we go into a comforter or a blanket and we sleep and cry, isn't it? So this one also goes into the blanket. It takes out threads from itself, makes a comforter for itself, and goes inside the cocoon. And how many days is it going to stay in the cocoon? 21 days. So it gets into the cocoon and it is sleeping for 21 days. After 21 days, it opens it yawns and it opens up. It doesn't know that it has become a butterfly. It's still thinking it's a caterpillar. It comes out, and as it comes out, it becomes so colorful, like all the other animals and creatures that it was envious of. It has that color, but it doesn't know. But the other creatures, the snail and the ladybird, all come and say, wow, what beautiful colors you have, butterfly. How nice, how pretty you look. And the butterfly doesn't understand. So the butterfly slowly goes towards the lake and looks in. And then it sees that, yay, I have colors. I'm a little butterfly. So it says, I flit, I float, I fleety flee, I fly. I'm a little butterfly and I fly high. Now, tell me, do you like this story, all of you? Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Why do you like stories? Tell me, why would you like stories? You know why? Because you can see, when you read a story, you imagine, isn't it? You imagine the caterpillar sleeping in the cocoon. You imagine the snail saying something to it. You imagine. And that is why reading is very, very important, because reading can help us imagine. So shall we look at some reading strategies so that we all become readers and we can visualize more? I have active reading strategies, how you all can read and imagine and visualize. Okay, so now give me an answer on the chat. What kind of tree does a detective writer climb? What kind of tree does a detective story writer climb? Hurry up. Your time starts now. Okay. So the answer is mystery. Mystery. Did you connect that? A detective story writer climbs a mystery. What tree? Mystery. Let us read more. And how do we read? Let us look at what are the reading strategies that we need. So this is done. What is reading comprehension? Do you know what comprehension means? Can someone tell us what comprehension means? Whom shall I unlock? I shall unlock. Okay, Sai Harsha. Unmute Sai Harsha. And tell me, what is comprehension? What does the word comprehension mean? What does it mean? Yes, tell me, Sai Harsha, what does comprehension mean?
Ma'am means passage, ma'am.
Passage.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
ma'am.
What does the English word comprehension mean? Can someone else tell me? Someone else tell me.
Ability to understand something.
Wonderful. Very true. Did you see it on the internet?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you knew. Very good. So, comprehension means to understand. Okay? And so it is the ability to read sentences and understand its meaning. Many of us can read, but how many of us understand? How many of us can comprehend? So comprehension means to understand its meaning. Reading comprehension isn't just understanding a single word or its meaning, okay? Just one word you know, that is not reading comprehension. It is the ability to recognize words, sentences, and paragraphs together which make sense. Am I making sense to you all? Give me a thumbs up if I am. Wonderful. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, there are in reading comprehension, now when you get a passage, okay, when you get a passage, you just don't have to read line by line, word by word 10 times and then answer. You know what you have to do? It is called skimming. Can someone tell me what is skimming? Skimming means you just look at the overall thing. Skimmed milk. We say skimmed milk, isn't it? Skimmed milk means when you churn the butter out, when you take out the essence, the actual thing you have to take out from the so much that is there, you just take out the butter. So skim in reading means you don't read line by line, word by word, but you look at the overall. So when skimming, don't read everything. Read the first and last sentence of all paragraphs. Read the introduction and conclusion, okay? So when you read, first skim through it. Then read a few examples so that you understand the concept. So when you're reading a passage, read the first and last line of every paragraph, one. Read the introduction and the concluding paragraphs, okay? And read a few examples. When you read this, you would have understood what the paragraph means, what the paragraph actually means. And then you have to read the title. Read the subtitle or the introduction, as I told you. If there are pictures, charts, or graphics, look at them because a picture is 1,000 words. Then read the summary or last paragraph. Are we there? Did we understand till there? Very good. So you will read the title, you will read the subtitle or the introduction, you will notice any pictures, charts, or graphs, and you will read the summary or the last paragraph. Okay? Now, when we do that, you search for specific information, scanning. Skimming, there's a difference between skimming and scanning, okay? Skimming, you're only looking at bits and pieces and you're bringing it together. But scanning is you're looking for specific information. Once you've skimmed the passage, go to the questions that are there at the end of the passage. What should you do once you have skimmed? You should go to the end of the passage, look at the questions, keep the questions in your mind, come back and scan the passage now. Okay? So, scan for specific information is, how do you do scanning? You look at it and whatever question is running in your mind, you see the answers in that paragraph. You don't have to read the whole paragraph. Just look at the question, remember it, and as you look for the answer jumps out at you. Okay, am I clear till here? Are you with me? Wonderful children, I'm enjoying being with you all. So, you will run your eyes over, you will just look at it like this, the answers will come out to you, and then it includes 3 steps. Number 1, search for the keywords. Because the question is there in your mind, you know what answer that will need. So search for the keywords, move quickly over the page, less reading and more searching. Remember, when you have skimmed it, you have taken bits and pieces and brought it together. When you're scanning it, look over it and search for keywords, move over the page, less reading and more searching. Am I clear, children, till now? Give me a thumbs up or a high five. Very nice. So, 2 strategies to help you. Now, reading, no one can read just like that. You have to practice it. So how do you practice it? How do you start doing it? You have to find books that you like. Okay? Like many of you, I'm so glad, many of you gave me that you read Harry Potter, you read Panchatantra, you read Mahabharata, Ramayana, you read Enid Blyton, Magic Faraway Tree. You read so many books. So what happens is you all like books. So read books that you like. All of us don't have to like the same book. Like I told you, I don't like horror. I don't like terror. I get scared. But I like books like Anne Blyton. I like books like Ruskin Bond. So I read such kind of books. So you have to read various books to know which book you will like. Without reading books, you will not know which books you will like, isn't it? So find books that you like. Will you do that? All of you will find books that you like? Very good. Then what will you do after that? Read aloud. Read aloud. Okay? When you read aloud, what happens? 3 senses you are using when you read aloud. Who can tell me? Show me with your face. What are the 3 senses you use when you read aloud? Yes, yes, and yes. Isn't it? So you're using your sense of sight. You are seeing what is there. You can look at it. So your sense of sight, when you're reading, you're also utilizing your tongue and your mouth. And then you're listening to what you're reading. So buy 1, get 3 free. Buy 1, get how many free? 3. You are seeing, you are talking, and you are listening. So read aloud. Okay? Skim the heading. I already tell you this, skim the heading, because the heading will always be about the passage. Yes or no? When you look at people, which part do you look at first? Which part? Do you look at their hands, their legs? Which part do you look at? This one? What is this? What is this? Head. Head. So when we look at people, we first look at the head. When you read a passage, first look at the what? Look at the heading. Wonderful. Wonderful. Then reread the sections that are confusing. So when you have read it, you have skimmed it, you have scanned it. Now in that, maybe you have a question in the passage which you are not able to understand the answer. You couldn't find it. Reread the sections that are confusing. Am I clear? Are you with me till now? We have done 4 things till now. We said find books that you like, read aloud, skim the heading, reread the sections that are confusing. Are you all going to do this with me? Yes, wonderful. Write down words that you do not know. This is very, very, very important, okay? Because any language has so many words, and it is impossible for any one of us to know all the words that are there. However good you are at the language, you might not know all the words. So what I know, you might not know, and you would have written. But when I read the sentence, when I read the story, because of the context, I can understand that word. So underline that word. After underlining that word, what will you do with that word? Tell me. What will you do with that word? Once you underline that, what will you do? Yes, you will use a dictionary. You will open a dictionary and you will find its meaning. And because you all are so computer savvy, you can go online, type the word and find its meaning, how it is pronounced, what part of speech it is, and how you can use it in sentences. Do you all agree with me in that? Wonderful. Yes. After that, sequence it. Sequence it. Let's come back to the story that we heard. Now, whom shall I unmute? Whom shall I unmute? Swastika. Okay, I'm asking Swastika to unmute. Now, Swastika, yes, tell me the sequence of the story that we did. Who came first?
Ma'am, the caterpillar.
Okay, caterpillar was there. Then who came first?
The, 'the, 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 'the,
Ladybird or ladybug. Okay, very good. Who came second?
The snail.
The snail came second. Wonderful. Who came third?
Ma'am, and the snake.
The snakes. Isn't it? Who came fourth?
Butterfly.
Who came fourth?
Ma'am, bee.
The bee, the busy bee came forth. So you're sequencing. When you sequence it, you put your things in order. Okay, so when you read an answer, I am muting you, Swastika. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed listening to you. Thank you. So when you sequence things, okay, it stays clearly in your mind. I shall tell you one more story here. Okay, so let me stop sharing and tell you the story once again. What story am I going to tell you? You know, you have to sequence it, okay? Keep it in your mind. So, once, there was a king, okay? This king had how many children? How many sons? 7 sons. The king had 7 sons, and all these 7 sons went. Where do the king's sons go? Where do the princes go? Where do they go? A hunting we will go. A hunting we will go. We'll catch a fish and never let it go. So the king's 7 sons, or the princes, they go for hunting and to fish. So they catch a fish and they come back. But the youngest one comes back crying to the father. He's crying. And the king is asking, what happened, my dear son? Why are you crying? And the prince says, the youngest prince says, we all caught fish. Everyone's fish dried, but mine did not. We all caught fish. Everyone's fish dried, but mine did not. So the king says, why? He says, there was a haystack which was obstructing the sun. So the king comes to the haystack and tells the haystack, haystack, why did you obstruct the sun from drying my son's fish? And the haystack says, the cow did not eat me. And that is why I was so huge. If the cow had eaten me, I would have become small and I would not have obstructed the sun. So the king goes to the cow. The king goes to the cow and says, cow, why did you not eat the hay? And the cow says, I would have eaten the hay. In fact, I'm so hungry. I did not eat the hay because the man who gives this hay to the cow did not come today. The laborer who gives the hay to the cow did not come today. So I could not go myself for him to eat. So the king goes to whom now? To the laborer. So the king goes to the laborer and says, laborer, why did you not give the hay to the cow? So the laborer says, my mistress did not feed me. And because my mistress did not feed me, I was very upset, and so I did not go to work. And that is why I did not give the hay to the cow. And so now the king goes to the mistress. He goes to the mistress and says, ma'am, why did you not give food to the laborer? Because you did not give food, he did not give the hay to the cow. And the madam says, the mistress says, my son was crying so much, and that is why I could not give him any food. When she says that, the king goes to the little baby and says, baby, why were you crying? And the baby says, the ant bit me and I was crying. And so the king goes to the ant and says, Ant, why did you bite that baby? And the ant says, if the baby puts his finger into my ant hill, will I not get scared and bite him? And so I bit him. And so the king says, okay, now who will dare to sequence this for me? Who? Who is going to give me? Okay, Hitansh. Hitansh, I've unmuted you.
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell me.
Ma'am, first
Sequence.
the hay. Hay.
Okay. First, even before the hay, who?
Fish.
Who? Fish. Very good. Then,
Then hay.
very good.
Cow.
Hmm.
Laborer.
Hmm.
Mistress.
Hmm.
Baby.
Hmm.
Ant.
Hmm. So, for Hitansh, I am giving congratulatory bouquet. Thank you. Now, you see, when you sequence things, you don't have to remember the whole story. As soon as you think of the fish, you will think of the hay. As soon as you think of the hay, you will think of the cow. As soon as you think of the cow, you'll think of the laborer. As soon as you think of the laborer, you'll think of the madam or the mistress. As soon as you think of the mistress, you'll think of the baby. And as soon as you think of the baby, whom do you think of? The ant. Wonderful. Very good. Okay. So let's come back to what we were saying. What did we say? What did I say? Sequencing. So when you read something, please sequence it in your mind. Please make a sequence in your mind. This, after this, after this. Then recap and summarize. Please understand the importance. Many times when you study or when you're reading, you're in a hurry to close it, to finish it. Don't be. Okay? When you're reading something, read aloud, skim the heading, reread sections that are confusing. Don't be in a hurry to close it. Write down words that you do not know. Then sequence it. After you do, close your eyes and visualize the whole thing that you studied. Recap in your mind. Press the button. Press the recap button in your head and recap the whole thing and try to understand what you have studied. Are we all on this together? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, very good. Now, why do we need reading comprehension? Why do you need to understand? Do you know? Is it only for English or do you also need it for other subjects? Can anyone tell me? Is it only for English or is it for other subjects also? Yes, Rajshekhar, I'm unmuting you. Do you need comprehension for other subjects also?
Ma'am, we need for SST, science, Hindi, and even for maths, because in maths there are many type of comparative exam in which we got mathematical equations, and in that comprehension the mathematical equations are hiding. Means we need all subjects to be read.
To be read. To be read. Read, read. Wonderful, Rajshekhar. How I couldn't have said it as beautifully as you said it. So nicely you've told us. Okay, wonderful. A round of applause for you. Okay. So, you need reading comprehension not only for English, okay? English is the mother of all subjects because in social studies, you read in English only, isn't it? You have to understand. Just imagine if you have to read about the Battle of Plassey, if you have to read about the revolt of 1857, if you can't understand what you read, then it is not useful. You just have to be, many times, most of us, we read and read, but we don't understand. I'll give you one example. There's a movie in which this young boy, he is reading the hibiscus is red. Do you all know what is the color of the hibiscus? Tell me. What is the color of the hibiscus? Who will tell me? Who will tell me? Who will tell me? Amisha, I believe. Amisha, I'm unmuting you. What is the color of the hibiscus, Amisha?
The color of the hibiscus is red.
Red. Wonderful. Red heart to you. Very good. Yes. The color of the hibiscus is red, and this boy is reading. Whole night is reading. Tomorrow exam, the hibiscus is red, the hibiscus is red, the hibiscus is red. Tomorrow in the exam, the question was, color the hibiscus. The teacher didn't say what is the color of the hibiscus. The teacher gave the flower hibiscus and told them, color it. What color should he put? Who will tell me? Anshu Singh will tell me. Okay, Anshu, I've unmuted you. What color should he put?
Ma'am, he could put red color.
Why? Why will he put red?
Ma'am, because he has studied that the hibiscus, the color of the hibiscus is red.
Wonderful, Anshu. Superb. Yes. Wonderful. Yes. So, he has read the color of the hibiscus is red, so he should color it red. You know what this boy does? This foolish boy takes a yellow crayon and colors it yellow. What to do now? What to do? What to do? You know why? Because though he read with his tongue, he did not understand. If the question was, what is the color of the hibiscus? He would have written R-E-D, red. But the teacher said, color it. She didn't say red, green, blue, anything. She said, color it. He takes any color and colors it. So the reason is because he did not give me a word with the C. Understand with C. What does understand with C mean? Comprehend. Comprehend means to understand. He did not comprehend it. And that is why he lost marks. So English is very, very important. You know, I was very bad at math. I could do multiplication, I could do addition, I could do subtraction, I could do division, yet I lost marks. You know why? Because I did not know how to read the word problem and decipher it. I did not understand, comprehend the word problem. Okay? So when you get a math problem, a word problem, understand it, comprehend it. Look at the English. For example, I'll give you one. Anita has 16 pencils. She gave away 5 pencils to her brother and she took 8 pencils from her mother. Okay, now how many pencils does Anita have? Tell me. You can show me with your fingers. Only 5? 10? 15? 20? Okay. Now here, I used very simple English. I said Anita had some pencils. She gave it, she took it. Very simple English. But when the problem comes, the question will not come like that, isn't it? So, whatever the sentence comes, decipher it into simple English. Decipher it into simple English so that your mind understands and it becomes clear. It's crystal clear what is expected in the question. So you need English comprehension to be mathematics. So what does research say? Students know how to do the math. They do not understand the question because their reading comprehension is not good. So if your reading comprehension is good, you will be able to do well. Am I clear? And then science students need to be aggressive in reading their texts. If you are a science student or you have a science class, you need to be able to read your textbook. You need to be able to read other books to be able to understand. They need to text. They have to study and read. They need ask questions and actively pursue the answers. Isn't that what reading comprehension does? You have a passage and you ask questions and you give the answers. Science also should be read like that. They need to ask why, how, what if, why not. Am I clear here, children? Am I clear? So, if you learn reading comprehension, not only do you do well in English, you will also do well in social studies or social science, mathematics and science. Am I clear? Rishik, Surya, am I clear? Give me a thumbs up if I am. You're giving me a high five? Yes, a high five to you. Wonderful. So, are we all going to become readers? There's a quotation which says, readers are leaders. Okay, there's a quotation which says, readers are leaders. The more you read, the more you understand, and the more you can use your knowledge. So, are we all going to read? Give me a thumbs up if all of you are going to read. Anyone who doesn't want to read can give me a thumbs down. Anyone who says, I don't want to read, can give me a thumbs down. All of you are giving a thumbs up. Wonderful, wonderful, David. Very good. Very nice. Niyati Bajaj, thank you. So, as I told you, I am Sri Devi. I love to teach. I love to be with children. Did you enjoy my class, all of you? Did you? You did. Wonderful. I enjoyed being with you. So, what is my vision? Every child must possess this linguistic strength to express their opinions, ideas, and thoughts confidently. Only when you're able to write or speak well, you will be able to be confident. What am I doing? We are running at Camp K-12, we are running the art of creative writing and public speaking. Okay? We are running this course. It's a revolutionary curriculum. It's a beautiful curriculum because most of the times you only have reading, you have writing. We are doing this together. By the way, are all your parents there with you? Can I have some parents with you, please? Thank you, Swastika. I can see your mom. Namaste, ma'am. Nice to see you. Any other parents? I would love to have parents with me here. Devik has gone to get his parents. Your time starts now. I'm counting. I want your parents. Wonderful, wonderful. How nice you all are, children. Hi, ma'am. Titiksha's mom has also come. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So as I was telling parents, we are running this course, The Art of Communication, that is for creative writing and public speaking. This is a revolutionary course because not only are we doing writing, we are clubbing it with speaking. And both these communication skills are very important 21st century skills for our children. And this is going to be a 3-month course, 3 levels, where we do various things. So what will be the final outcome? In the first level, they will tell their story to the world. They will write one autobiography about themselves and they're going to publish it. They're going to put it up for people to read. The second will run a panel discussion. They will have a newscast and they will do a panel discussion, which will be the oral communication skills. And the final one, they're going to put up a YouTube channel where they're going to make a vlog, a video blog, and they're going to put it up, publish it on the YouTube. So every class will also ensure that one project completion happens. If level 1, we are doing autobiography, for example, the first class will be a character sketch. The second will also be something which will lead up to it. We will have tangible outcomes for that. And the vocabulary that they learn will be more than 500 words. New words will be brought into their spoken language and written language. And also, we will help them apply the right grammatical concepts at the right time. So, we are taking a Super 6 batch where our skilled teachers are going to teach them. So this is going to be our first batch of Super 6. Only 6 children will be enrolled in this. And the people who come in first will be taken into this